rated them and stuff.
Yeah. 3 solvent.
Just so you know. I don't know why I'm on a...
Did you actually read this, or was it just paperweight for you?
It was paperweight for me. I didn't realize it was on my desk, and then I looked and I was like, "Oh yeah, he gave that to me," and I forgot.
If you have any desire to read it, keep it.
I do, but I have the same problem with.
If you have any desire to read it, too bad, too late.
I mean, technically you can read them online, but you don't get all the extra
bits.
I'm just starting school back up again, so I'm gonna be like all out of free time.
Congratulations.
Now, before we begin tonight, we need to talk about a movie. Sorry, the... The other watch-throughs, did they feel...
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole game's over. You missed it. Sorry, man.
We all died.
Oh, I need
TPK.
my dice.
Should have been here in person.
Maybe after I see the end game.
Okay,
Fair point.
welcome back to another exciting episode. I'm sorry, I'm still like stuck on it now. I have to like recenter myself.
Hey, don't say it. Spoilers. Don't say it.
Who's for bot?
Yes, your spoiler-free Order of the Broken Spear. We don't spoil anything that happened in the previous episodes. If you don't know what's going on, go catch up.
Ketchup.
Go catch up.
So last time,
Mustard.
the party found themselves in the Misty Forest and found themselves in an elven town. Does anybody remember the name of the town?
This first, we went to Pony Hill, and then we went to. Is this for Onion? 4%.
I can only think
I
of
have
Dragon
charge
Age
of Onion.
names.
So I'm fucking right now. I just gotta wait for it to. I had to wait for it to get enough charge to turn on.
I didn't remember it either. It's
I have it right here.
Atland.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. You found yourselves in the village of Atland. Just a couple days after the dragon attack, or a couple weeks after the dragon attack, rather. You kind of explored the town a little bit, talked with the people, found out a little bit of information on the attack, and then went and talked to the warden, who had lost his wife in the attack. At which point, Brahm, being the wonderful person that he is, gave him the phoenix quill that he had on him from Artemis's cursed emporium, and told him to write his wife's name down on a piece of paper, and she returned an hour later, back to life again. And at that point, he kind of broke down and told you guys the whole story about how he tried to save his village by agreeing to help them plan out their attacks on other villages, and also revealed that the elf in question was none other than the Prince Neronvain, King Melindrak's other son. Yep. You did meet his supposedly only living son earlier, but Neronvain is supposedly dead, but apparently he's not the case. He's alive. He's alive now. Then you guys went on the hunt for Neronvain and the dragon, which I don't believe you ever found the name out of.
No.
I will...
The only other person's name I have written is Elric Jim Garth, the new person in charge.
Jim Garth.
Chuff is the dragon's name.
Chuff.
That would have been common information that you guys would have gotten. Chuth. Chuff.
By the sea.
Probably the easiest dragon name, or the shortest dragon name I've seen, but it's still very hard to pronounce if you're not prepared for it. Which I was.
He tries to name it as church.
Yeah.
Chuff.
Along the way, they encountered a druid who gave each member of the party a garland after they helped her. Actually, just passed her trial. She wasn't actually trapped under a tree. She was just pretending to be, to see if they were the party was heroes or if they would just leave her. And she said that the garland should protect them as they make their way to the dragon's lair. And then in the forest, it started getting a little darker, a little more creepy, and they found themselves ambushed by spiders and ettercaps. Although ambushed is not the right word, because they were able to spot them pretty easily. And you guys had quite the fight on your hand up and down the trees. And we ended last session with the party arriving at this large lake. And you kind of just see this large lake with a waterfall kind of spilling down over it. And the trail that you have been following, that Tavish and Thornock have been following, ends here.
Didn't we hear from the town people that the dragon was wet?
Yes.
Dripping water?
The guy who was with the dragon was wet.
So
with the
maybe they're behind this waterfall.
How big is this lake? Is it like more of a pond size?
No, it's actually, well, I mean, it's fairly large. Let's see.
Okay, we need to kill 2,500 worth of XP of people tonight.
Should
So
probably happen with the dragon. 11.
It's probably about 80 or so feet across on the side.
Okay.
So diameter,
Pretty
whatever.
tiny.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a huge lake.
To get to the
Probably more
waterfall,
like
do
I'm
we
just
have to circumvent it? Or is
Yeah, I
it
was
like...
gonna say I'm
Yeah, you
gonna
have to
circle around and
Okay.
see if I can find any clues.
Okay, roll me an investigate check.
9.
So you start circling around and you're not seeing any obvious paths into the waterfall.
Okay.
Maybe it's actually under the lake.
I want to look at the
Can
lake.
you like warg into a fish of some sort with your familiar? Like turn into a.
I can polymorph into a shark. But that's a
But
large
that's
level spell.
Let me look.
If there's looming a dragon, I don't want to necessarily burn.
I can do a seahorse. Oh, and a fish. Yep. Okay. It takes an hour for me to.
I don't believe you guys have taken a short rest yet, right?
I don't think so.
Well, if you want to take a short rest.
Okay, I'll work on conjuring up a
I
fish.
thought,
I'm 4 hit points
I
down.
thought we took a long rest last time.
At the end.
At the end, did we?
Oh
take
yeah,
a
because
long
we
rest?
got there at like 3 in the morning or whatever.
Yeah,
we had
if
the
and then
you
we
blue
decided.
are hit points down though. You shouldn't be if you took a long rest.
Blue bonfire, yeah?
Yeah, then I guess
We should be long rest.
No, so the blue bonfire was before you started this
Yeah.
journey.
And we fought.
Then you fought the Eder caps.
Yeah, we didn't take a long rest after the Eder caps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I might have.
Oh,
we
that's
might have done a
because-
short rest, and I just spent.
Yeah, I didn't.
Nice.
I didn't take damage because I was that spider. That's right.
Well,
Yeah,
if you guys want to wait an hour, I can make a fish.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I will start.
Short rest.
Gonna give it some charcoal out and some incense
Everybody, roll me a perception check while you guys are taking a short rest,
and fire.
except for Akio. Akio, you're a bit too busy on your ritual to notice anything else.
8. Looking at that one.
You total of 11.
Doing good tonight, huh? These new dice aren't working out too well for you.
They're running great.
What'd you get?
11.
11? 10? Thornock?
17.
So Thornock notices something. He notices that a lot of the animals in the area are acting very strangely. They don't seem to be wandering around like normal critters. They seem to be purposefully watching things, almost as if they were sentries. But every time that their eyes kind of pass over you, they just continue on.
That's right. The druid said something about. No.
Nobody else notices this, of course. This is just Thornock. You alright?
Animals are weird.
So after an hour, unless anybody wants to reply to Thornock saying the animals are weird.
Did he say that?
Uh-huh.
How are they weird?
Just are gone. It's like they don't care.
Did you talk to them again?
No, squirrel friend's gone, man.
Oh.
That's right. Thornock talked to a squirrel last time.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Squiggity,
It's
squiggity.
not a girlfriend, it's squirrel friend.
Squirrel friend.
Squirrel friend.
Squirrel girlfriend.
Alrighty.
Squirrel girlfriend.
Squirrel friend.
Huh. That's odd.
Okay.
Roll me a history check. Mr. has knowledge that other people wouldn't because you're an old aged adventurer.
11.
You do remember vaguely recently them talking about how green dragons kind of take control of the surrounding critters and use them, corrupt them, and use them as sentries.
Okay. I think we are getting close. Just if I remember correctly, green dragons do something with the animals nearby as kind of like lookouts or something. We might be nearby if the way that they're acting is part of that.
Are we going to be able to rest if
We took a short rest, so because Downland's character's making a fish.
I'm making a fish. He's almost done. Hold on.
so much?
Yeah, so like your cat, you got your cat in your hands, and you finish the ritual.
And you like push its legs in, in the tail.
So is it only fish or seahorse are the only?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
he's
a
able to-
quipper.
I mean,
It is
Turn
now
it
a
into
catfish.
technically, it can be whatever you would want it to be.
Okay.
Would you like it to be some form of crustacean? Because otherwise, you're just gonna spend an hour trying to turn it back.
You could get a walking catfish.
Or
like,
an
they can breathe
amphibian,
with air.
perhaps a frog.
Let's go with the frog. Yeah. It's a frog.
An unholy amalgamation.
Like, I went for a fish, but I got a frog.
It's a frog. It's a frog.
I gotta practice this ritual.
I should have added fish legs.
I
added
always leave
frog
him.
legs.
I always leave him as a
Yeah.
cat, so I don't know how to change him to other stuff.
So it's like a fish with cat paws.
Cat.
It's kind of a
halfway
frog.
through the ritual, the cat's two right legs go into its body, and
Pick it up and toss it in the water. And then I'll warg into it.
Okay, so you warg into your catfish. Damn it! Yep, this is canon now. That's it is a fish with like 4 webbed paws at this point.
Does it have a normal cat tail?
gill.
Yes.
But at the end is a
Is the fin?
It's a
Yeah.
fin. It is
Was that-
disturbing.
So instead of having like when they race their hackles or whatever on their back, it's just a bunch of fins.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of fins. It's got a cat head but no neck like a fish would.
Yeah, just-
you know. Yeah. You drawing this, would you? Catfish. So your catfish goes swimming, and you kind of warg into it, and you get the experience of being an abomination, and swimming kind of through. And you see that as you get closer to the waterfall, like it's turbulent, but you kind of get underneath it, and you do see that there is a cave entrance behind it that's pretty well hidden.
Cool. All right, I'll snap out of it. Yeah, guys, there is an entrance behind this waterfall. We just gotta get to the waterfall.
Sounds like this is the place we need to be then.
And so you said to get to the waterfall, there's not like an outcropping that we can get to the side of it and then go in, or we have to go through the water to get to it.
You're gonna have to go through the water.
Through the water. Okay.
Yep.
But there probably is there like rocks and a shoreline that we can kind of crawl along, even though it's wet. We kind of go
So
along
there's-
it to get
there's-
through.
there's a
or do we have to
cliff.
like swim in the water into it?
There's like a cliff face that you can get up to the waterfall and kind of like pull yourself through.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
It's going to be a bit difficult though. So I'm going to need a round of athletics or acrobatics checks.
Acrobatics.
Whichever one you want.
24.
You're good?
21.
You're good?
24.
You're good?
Catfish.
Catfish.
You told me to start drawing it. What are my
Athletics or acrobatics?
athletics or acrobatics?
Dornock, what'd you get?
18.
You're good? Is it above 20?
Yeah.
You're good. Get back to the catfish. So you all
This is it
managed
so far.
horrifying. I love it. Can you get rid of the fin and do a cattail with a fin on the end that kind of fans out into the fin? Like it's got a normal cat tail,
But then the very
but then the very tip is a fin.
I'm with you. I'm with you now.
Yep.
Okay.
By the way,
Okay.
Ari has joined us in Discord.
Oh hey Ari.
I don't know if you're trying to be incognito, but I see you. He's muted.
Well, Ari is going to roll her acrobatics check. Ari makes her acrobatics check because
she's an elf.
she's an elf and a monk and all sorts of craziness. So, but we can't hear you yet, Ari, if you're trying to speak.
That better.
Probably natural 20, he says.
Yes, that is much better. That is perfect.
He says a natural 20, he's texting.
Sure.
He can hear us, but
Right.
his mic's muted.
Can't hear him, so he's gonna roll nothing but nat 20.
Wah, wah, wah.
All right, so the party makes their way through the waterfall. You get soaked, And you get kind of into the cave, and you can see that it's kind of this muddy slope leading down. And your checks basically allow you to climb down without any sort of difficulty. As you climb down, it's basically 40-foot slope into the cave entrance right here, actually. So we're going to do, order Aria's probably first because she'll want to scout. Tavish, you went in there. I'm putting you guys in a random order unless you want to give yourself... It's supposed to be an amphibian. But it's supposed to be some weird sort of catfish.
I've ruined my cat. It's okay. Practice.
Alrighty, so you guys have made it into this cave. Kind of 40 feet down.
Catfish.
Try now, Ari.
Hello. Test.
There we go.
That's awesome.
I'll
Hey,
do
guys.
some adjustments later.
I was gonna say I don't know that I'll be able to play really. I mostly wanted to eavesdrop while my wife ran to the store. We'll see what kind of mood she's in when she gets back, but I'm not anticipating hanging around, unfortunately.
That's fine. That's we'll play for as long as you're here. So we're currently found a secret entrance to a cave. You're in this cave. Where would you like to go? Would you like to just continue onward? Are we doing anything specific?
Would like to check for traps.
Okay. Brom is going to check for traps.
I'll throw a
Unless
stick.
somebody stops him.
I'm pretty.
Well,
It's investigator perception.
I'm gonna just try and get a lay of the.
Natural either. There are no traps in
This is the
hallway.
safest place we could possibly be.
I'm going to.
I want to get a
check
lay of the
for traps.
area, just see like what it looks like, smells like, just all the.
What is it? Is it perception?
Yeah, perception, yeah.
I would like to.
11?
You don't see any traps either.
Oh, okay.
So basically, this stronghold is this cave is pretty dark.
Okay.
In fact, you are all in near complete darkness. Those of you without dark vision are going to have a difficult time of it, unless you have some sort of
Cool owl goggles.
yeah,
Owl goggles. I don't know if they give me dark vision or just.
or
Like
low
dark
light
vision.
vision.
Yeah.
That's
Where are my
the
items? Equipment.
equipment.
There we go. They give me.
I don't know what the difference is between the two. I've never really looked that up.
I think it's still just black and white. It's 30 or 60 feet. Unless it's like demon sight or whatever, and then that one's like ridiculous.
Goggles of night. They give me 60 feet of dark vision.
Dark vision.
So dark vision is
Black and white,
infrared,
like, yeah.
actually.
Oh, cool.
Yep, dark vision is infrared. Low light is black and white.
So I put those on.
Everything kind of lights up in different sort of shades so that you can see.
Specific is radius.
Vision.
Monster can see in dim light with a radius, as if it were bright light. Darkness if it were dim light. Monster can't discern color in darkness, only shades of gray. 50 of them, to be precise.
Good one. Good one.
We might not be alone.
That's my cat fetish.
It's a lot better than mine.
Oh, jeez.
It didn't get the front legs.
It's like a temple. That's awesome.
It is an atrocity, so. Or a monstrosity, so you might want to.
That's awesome.
So when it has to walk on land, it just pushes its front.
Nose in the dirt.
Yeah.
It's like those
Or it
mudfish.
hops.
Yeah.
It just
Did
hops.
you
Yeah,
see like one of those mudfish?
Yeah. What does low light specifically say for low light vision?
Oh, sorry. Let's see. Dark vision is here. For low light vision, the dim light you can see within the radius as if it were bright light, and darkness if it were dim light. And dim light, it just says that it's all in shades of gray. You can't discern color.
Okay, so those of you with low light vision are seeing in dim light right now, which I think actually does provide a specific negative that we've never done before. So let me look at that. 'Cause, you know, I'm discovering new rules all the time. Lightly obscured.
We always do.
Creatures have disadvantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight.
So basically, Ari and myself. Are you half elf, right?
Yeah, I have.
Elves only have low light vision.
I have
Oh,
dark
really?
vision.
You have dark vision? Is that from your... Do you have goggles too?
No,
No?
that's just a trait.
Okay, must be elves have dark vision too.
Yeah.
I have
Which
dark
is the
vision because
infrared
I'm a
you
rock
have.
You
gnome.
have dark vision?
Mhm.
That's the infrared you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Tieflings have dark vision.
Dark vision.
How about you, Thornock?
Dark.
I also have dark vision.
Oh, so I was the only one who
Yes.
had problems, hence why I have the...
You had light vision.
Yeah.
I knew there was a reason we didn't care about light.
Yeah. And now that I have the goggles, we're all the same.
matter.
I remember, it's just been a minute.
Yep.
Would you want to? I mean, everybody can see. Normally.
I can get out my drift globe, and it'll follow us and provide light within 60 feet.
And possibly make us a target.
Do we know enough from our
Maybe I'll do it during
discussions?
battle. I'll just
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I don't know if they'd be sensitive to light. I just wouldn't want to attract anything like a moth to flame.
Exactly. Let's
Sneak.
go
She's
as we
darkness.
are.
Because that'll also help Ari. I mean, I know Ari's not here, but for her shadow stuff.
Yeah, so she's gonna already start sneaking off. She kind of says, "I'm just playing your character, Ari, because I know you're gonna be just eavesdropping." She's basically going ahead and she's marking areas if like she notices a trap that she can't disarm or anything like that. So she like gives you a specific set of marks, like if there's an X on it, stop and wait for me. If there's a square on it, it means that there's a trap here that I can't disarm, so you'll have to skirt around it, etc.
If it's a red X, I can't see color.
Yeah.
Is this a red X or a green X? I can't tell.
I don't know.
It's like Minesweeper.
So flag. Like these areas are not safe. Okay, so let's see here. So you guys kind of continue down this winding hallway. Ari moving ahead. The rest of the party creeping behind and kind of away.
Ooh, we're creeping behind.
You get up to about here, and you see that Ari is ahead, kind of in the shadows. Well, you don't see her at first, but you eventually do see her. And she's kind of stopped because there's a few figures up ahead. Kind of hanging around Scott. Elves.
Oh, I could get some cave music.
No, it'll be in the orcs.
Do it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Drip, drip, drop.
That way I don't have to sit and
Yeah. Let me get some cave music.
manually repeat the song over and over.
One of these.
Welcome, Book Break.
One of these.
Would you like Goblin's Cave or Cave of Lost Souls?
Cave of Lost Souls.
Okay.
Make it all creepy.
Right? Just have...
Is that loud enough?
Oh, I need one more. Sorry.
Let me see.
Grab
Turn it up.
the one with the sword kind of up near the arm.
Yes, it's picking it up.
Perfect. So you guys see there are 4 elves standing around the cave. What are they wearing? They appear to be wearing kind of ragged-looking, normal commoner clothes. One of them is wearing like a tunic. Another is wearing like a chainmail shirt and everything. And in fact, as you come up, Ari has to bring you guys back around this corner because they look like they're moving around this kind of large cavern that you see.
Watching them, do they look like they're patrolling, or do they look like they're just kind of like lost?
They look like they're guarding, but they look very nervous.
Nervous, okay.
Yep. Normally you'd roll an insight check for that, but whatever. So this large chamber has a 40-foot high ceiling set with massive stalactites with smaller stalagmites set across the ground. And then you see a pool with a small island in the southeast corner of the cavern. And it looks like it's fed by streams of water dripping down through the rock. And then that's pretty much all you can see from your angle at this point. But it does look like, from what Ari said she saw a kind of bluff kind of rising up over on the southeast side of the cave. This kind of area over here. Yes. So you, that's kind of what you see.
Okay. I guess through the whispering, earringness.
Yes.
What do you guys want to do? Do we want to try and talk to them? Would we like to eviscerate them utterly?
I feel like if they're in here, they're part of the cult. I'm saying this through the earring, by the way, not out loud.
Okay. What do you think, Sona? Please say.
I feel like if they're in here, they're part of the cult.
Do you think they're captive, or do you think we should bust their kneecaps.
Tough call. But I'd hate to be wrong either way.
I mean, does it matter if they're captive and then we bust them?
I mean, kind of.
How
I
about
like
this?
to be
I
good.
can, if I don't know, if we're not going to attack them, I could maybe go out and be a distraction
Yep.
and get their attention, see
Go
what
for
their
it.
temperament is, and then
I'm gonna kind of push you out there.
I'm gonna walk out. I'm going to make myself look feeble, like I'm lost.
Okay.
I want to try and like perform this and to make them thinking that I'm somehow lost and be like. And before I came out here, the agreement is that hey, if they start to attack me, y'all.
I'm holding a fireball.
Okay.
I hope if you die, I'll be sure to keep your mansion well stocked.
Much
So
appreciated.
you come out into kind of the main cavern.
I'm gonna walk out and be like, excuse me, I'm
The elves
lost.
kind of all like turn around and they pull their weapons, but they don't look like they're attacking. They go, "Who are you?"
Hello, my name is Brom. I seem to
How
have
close are you?
become lost
probably
here.
up there, yeah.
I fell down a dreadful waterfall and I cannot find my way out. Where am I?
You fell down a waterfall. Go and roll me a deception check, by the way.
I'm so scared.
15 plus
Yeah,
10,
no.
11, that's going to be 26.
You fell in here.
Yes, indeed. I slipped around and it was terrible.
I mean, I don't know why you say you're lost. You just go back out the way you came. There's no other way out.
Fair point. I must have hit my head. What are you doing here? Dark cave.
And they all kind of look nervously at each other and they say, "Nothing.
Nothing.
Look, you should really go."
Okay.
And then one of them goes, "We can't just let it go, can we?" Like, I don't know what to do in this situation. They all start speaking in Elvish quietly and quickly.
I don't understand what they're saying
Yeah.
because I don't speak Elvish, but I'm
Do
going
they
to
say anything in, like they want to harm him or anything?
No, nothing that you guys can hear.
Okay.
I'm going to say, well, I was sent out to find a friend, Neronvain. Have you
And
seen
one of them
him?
kind of stiffens and says, "You're with the cult?"
Are you with the cult? Hold on, I can't be giving away important information. Show me your sign.
Well, I mean, we're not with the cult, but we were told to expect cult members.
Right, so are you here to meet with them friendly, or are you?
How do you not know what we're here for?
Because I was here to see Neronvain. I'm not here for the cult.
I need you to roll me another deception check.
That's a 13. And I rolled a 2 plus 11.
Why don't you just stay right there, and we're gonna go get Neronvain to talk about this.
Well, if you insist, I'm gonna throw a dagger at one of them.
Okay. Which one?
I get really nervous. I throw things.
You throw your loot.
I'm gonna throw it at this guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull the dagger of
Channeling
venom.
Green or Thornock there.
I'm gonna throw it at him, and I'm gonna be like, the negotiations have failed.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get into combat here. And it's gonna take me just a moment.
Yay.
I've got
Yay for improv.
Yep. Works so
Improv.
well.
Hey, we've gotten out of some situations before.
100% of the time, throwing a dagger at somebody works every time.
Hey, everyone will always remember that assassination attempt.
Yep.
Worked half of the time, every time.
60% of the time, it works all the time.
Okay, dagger of venom. There we go.
That.
24. So attack roll dice. Oh, 2d10.
How many? 5 with 1 and with 1?
Yeah. What's that quote from Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Which one?
Negotiations. Running short.
Negotiations were short. They were right about one thing. Negotiations were short.
Negotiations were short.
No, it's so funny. Obi-Wan with your dad jokes.
I'm a coin.
We're rolling initiative.
Yes, we will be.
Oh, we will be. Okay. Then
Yep,
I'm not counting that roll. So it's got. Here's a close-up of the paw. Of the webbed paw.
That's so cool. It kind of looks like a chicken foot with webbing. It's so awesome. This thing is crazy. It just keeps evolving to be awesome. It's just Like, you know when cats splay and then lick?
Exactly.
That's what he's
That's kind of what I was going for. Like, alright, spread your toes, but the web in between.
Give him like those tree frog tipped fingers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. The sticky pads.
So then they can like.
Oh, man.
Actually, if you do,
Now I wish I would have made you get that special one that Assassin done.
And there's like some fur, but you know. But then the rest is like scale or really slick skin.
Put it together. I apologize ahead of time if you're friendly. But you're gonna die.
Why would you say that?
I'm just making sure that they understand their situation.
Well, okay, hold on. Good point.
I can't wait to light up this cave with a fireball for a split second. Just gonna flash, and then everyone will be like blind for a minute.
yeah, I mean that's kind of what happens.
It's gonna be
You
so
can't just
cool.
switch between dark vision and normal vision, right? It's like, that's bad for your eyes. All right, I need to
Going full on grits on people.
Did everybody hear that? I'm hearing things.
wow.
So
This is my brain normally, but being in the cave makes it even worse.
Makes sense.
Being a pseudo vampire, you should be getting dark vision soon.
No.
Depends on how much he feeds.
you're not getting hungry, are you?
Not currently.
Uh-oh. Well, if you
Don't worry.
decide
If
that
I get really hurt, I'll roll a Constitution save and see if I attack or not.
well, if you get hungry, just feed on the enemies.
Well, if you go full vampire, at least you're in a dark cave, not out in the middle of nowhere.
It's true. This would be a good lair.
House number 2.
Kick the dragon out and you just take it.
Still put
My house.
more spears out on the.
This is my seventh home.
I can't make crosses. I would die.
No, it
I just have to do them like this. Yeah.
You can't make an X? I guess that's.
I mean, if I looked at it sideways, I would burn.
Well, don't look at it sideways then.
Well, what if there's a mirror
One of
and
the
I'm
books,
walking around the
that Corey and I
corner?
read.
Or you just have them sticking up
Power
out
of
of the ground.
Thornock compels you.
One of the books that Corey and I read, crosses themselves aren't inherently bad against vampires. It's if someone has enough faith in an object.
So it could really be anything.
Yeah. Well, so there's a character that gets a Gen 1 Optimus Prime toy, and he ends up empowering it because he basically puts it above everything else in his life.
Yeah.
You know?
So he slams it into a vampire's face and like burns the imprint of the toy onto him. Yeah.
The awkward moment when you find out the welcome mat on your front door is consent for them to come in.
Yeah. Lunera, what is your
Oh, I'm so sorry. I have
roll twice for your Mace of Warning?
Do it.
Okay, so.
Your mace literally starts
21.
tingling as you feel like Brahm's doing something.
No, it's glowing.
21?
21, yeah.
21. Brahm.
What am I rolling? Initiative. That is 22.
22. Thornock.
Stuff moving.
22.
22. This is Fabio.
Yeah.
This is gross.
Cavish.
24.
It's moist.
Nice. And then, does anybody have Ari's stuff handy?
I can.
I think she's a +7 or 5.
I literally just rolled a crit for her initiative.
That works.
Amazing.
I will have it available for the next question. So,
She's not going to be doing much, unfortunately.
no worries.
Too much to handle anyway.
Someone
bunch of
first
karate
is your
moves.
surprise attack. Why don't you roll me your dagger?
Dagger.
And which one are you
I
targeting?
like how he brings a dice box.
The orange. I know. That's over here. If I said it over here, I'm
The orange or the red?
The orange. The one
one
closest
closest
to
to you?
red.
Red?
The burnt red umber looking.
The red.
This is going to be.
Guys.
So that's a +7. So that's 14.
turn the spooky mode on.
is...
It'll randomly flash forward.
No, please don't.
Yeah. It's a hit.
Is it? Okay. That is going to be 4 plus 3 is the base damage.
It goes right into his chest, and he falls over dead.
I've never had this happen before.
So we're going to go ahead and get into initiative proper now.
I've killed something on the first shot! I'm a rogue!
As the guards basically shout for help, we are going to start with Tavish.
Okay, I'm going to move around the corners. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
I'm going to line up a shot on that guy.
Alrighty.
Well, with a minor, I'm going to toss
Bonus.
I'm gonna toss a miner at him.
my hunter's mark on him.
Okay.
Free Street Chat's having issues.
I'm just going to do 2 standard attacks. 14, first one.
14 will hit. Roll damage. Dead.
Okay.
Yep. And if the guard shouting wasn't enough of a noise to alert everybody in the cave, double tap or double cross.
Double cross.
Is.
Okay.
So that one basically gets a hole blown in him and he falls against the wall.
And then I am going to just swing the gun a little bit.
Okay.
Fire at that guy.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Starting to wonder if they were just innocents. I feel bad inside.
29.
29 will hit. Roll me damage.
15.
That's enough. This one is the one that was kind of wearing the actual chainmail, and you just blast him into the water that kind of just started leaking red.
He's leaking red, guys.
Next up is Brom.
Got red on.
Keep all this stuff on the
red on you.
inside, not on the
Actually,
outside.
Brom or Thornock, which one of you has higher?
There's going to be Thornock.
Okay, so Thornock is up next.
Thornock.
Are you sure I have higher
I have a 2
dex?
plus 2 to dex. What is yours? You're generally
Plus 1.
better at everything. Oh, okay. So I
Okay, Brom, it is your turn.
Oh, Brom it is.
I'm going to not attack, but I'm going to attempt to intimidate this other fellow. And I'm like, I'm going to tell you this once. You will tell us why you are here, if you are in league with the cult or not, and it may or may not be your demise.
Okay.
I'm going to try to intimidate him.
Go ahead and roll your intimidate check.
That's a 12 plus 7, 19.
Yeah, he looks intimidated. He just kind of drops his weapons, yeah, and kind of falls to his knees, being like, "Oh, please don't kill me! Please don't kill me! Please don't kill me!"
I'll approach him slowly and pull my dagger out of his friend's belly.
As you walk by.
I take very small steps. I only have 25 feet. So.
You are what, here?
Yeah.
Now tell me, are you in league with the cult, or are you here because they're blackmailing you?
So we'll get to that in just a second.
Okay. That is my question.
It was your turn. Next up is Thornock. What would Thornock like to do?
Please don't kill him, Thornock.
I want to run straight into the middle of the...
He's got a orc.
It's 40.
40 feet.
Yeah,
Okay.
40 feet.
Okay. Let me switch camera angles. Yeah, you should be able to see him. There's this guy right here.
Do I see anyone else besides that?
No, you don't currently see anybody else, but you do hear noises coming from all directions.
Negotiations will be short once again.
Uh-oh. Things are happening.
Is that a velociraptor?
I think it was a door.
Clever girl.
I'm going to hold my turn to see if I can see anyone coming from north of me, from where the camera is. So there's that little hallway.
Okay.
That way, here.
So, are you just like preparing a javelin or something?
Yeah, I'm going to javelin.
Okay.
Teddy bear.
Alrighty. Next.
I'm gonna go Rambo, stick it in the ground so when they run into it, it's like the bamboo shoots. Oh! Guerrilla warfare at its finest. It's the big hole.
So let's see here.
So coming out, you hear a bunch of movement down this hallway.
This one?
Yep. This one here. And spilling out are 5 purple-wearing cultists with blades.
Oh no.
Son of a cultist! Knew I should have worn my robes to the convention.
And
Do they have cult con, do you think?
Probably.
2 of them are going to use
When they summon Tiamat, it's cult con.
an extra action. This one's going to come over
Get
here.
your gold card. Get your
And
back.
this one is going to come over to Brahm. The other 3, they kind of use their full movement to get here, but not those 2. So, let's see.
So the one against Thornock first, he's going to bring down a kind of his scimitars in a whirling pattern.
Does he have dark skin?
White hair. So the first one is only going to be a 9 to hit,
Who?
and the second one is going to be a 21 to hit.
Nope.
So the second one deals 9 slashing damage, and I believe you didn't rage. Is that
I
correct?
did not.
Okay.
You took damage!
And then the attacks against Brahm. We've got a 10,
No.
and then a 16.
Yes, very nice.
And actually, technically, well, because you intimidated the elf, it doesn't count as him having pack tactics advantage, so you're good there.
Okay.
So you take 5 slashing damage
Alright.
from the scimitar. Then it is Lunira's turn.
Okay.
Okay.
This room, you said it was a pretty high ceiling, Jeff?
40
feet.
feet.
Very large cave.
Let's see. I'll go ahead, come around the corner. My movement is 30 feet.
10.
So
6
Okay.
puts you right at us maximum.
perfect. So then I'll go ahead and do my. I'll go ahead and do my first attack for 18 damage. Or 18, excuse me, I'm sorry.
18 to hit.
18 to hit, yes.
The thunder. The thunder.
Okay.
Did you say it?
That hits.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
I will need.
It landed on the other dice. I'm not counting that. Okay. For 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Does your mate still have a lightning enchantment on it?
No, but it should. Oops, sorry.
I don't think it ever did.
For some reason, maybe it's
No.
just because we call it lightning and thunder. I guess.
Lightning and thunder.
My brain's always associated with lightning
Second
damage.
attack.
That would be cool.
12.
12. It'll miss.
Efficient.
And then third.
And then final attack for 14.
14 will hit.
And 5 damage.
5 damage? Okay.
Yeah.
You said 7 on the first one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so he is still alive, but you definitely deliver a couple good blows and he has to kind of step back and get a little defensive.
Why
Next
so
up,
defensive? Jeez.
Why so serious? Let's put a smile on that face.
Guys, I'm starting to hear Joker in this cave.
okay, the next up is that. Okay. Alrighty. The last guard is just going to cower in fear. He's too intimidated by the fact that you killed 3 people.
Okay.
There. The next to go, you kind of hear some movement up on the shelf above. This kind of shelf up here.
A dirty elf on the shelf?
Dirty elf on the shelf.
I knew he was trouble from the beginning.
Yep. Scary, scary. You're scary. And you actually, we're going to go ahead and do a crossbow bolt goes soaring over Brom's head and slams into the ground just beyond you. And then you hear kind of the clanking of armor as something leaves.
My work here is done. I had 1 arrow, shot 1 arrow.
Yep.
Had 11 arrows, killed 11 guys. I'm good.
Okay, so that does that. That does that.
This is a cave of no.
And then you hear a lot of like deep roaring, guttural roaring coming down from the north cave, and this smallish, like 10-foot wide tunnel. You can just hear scraping and grinding until a figure bursts through, and it is a large 2-headed creature that Thornock immediately attacks.
Yay! For held action.
Troll in the dungeon!
More like Anton.
So he moves up. Does he
Anton in
move
the
up?
No, he's throwing a javelin.
A javelin!
Javelin.
Aim for the head. Which one?
Who wants to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Through the one and into the other.
Yeah.
So 20
Yeah.
to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That's purple.
Does hit. What is your damage?
First 70.
7 damage. That's why you always read, kids.
It's a normal. It's a normal.
Alright, so that javelin hits the creature and like both heads turn and they just go and they will come over here, making room for 3 more to come bursting through. 2 males.
F-words!
And then and they just push them as they go. They're like pushing each other out. And then a more heavily armored, at first you think it's a male, but it actually looks like a female.
That's not a female.
It's not a female, but we don't have a female Enten. There's no female Entens. But apparently in the book it's a female, so.
Okay.
Go,
They
go
just
make
looks like a man.
rolls.
Yeah,
You
go
can
make
tell
some
by
small-
the giant titties.
Precisely.
Wow.
And they come bursting through, trying to see what all the commotion is, but their entire turn has basically been squeezing through this tunnel that's barely big enough to fit them in.
I'm gonna roll and make sure I'm not scared.
Intimidation check.
Okay, I'm alright. Like, okay, I got this. I fought a dragon before. It's okay.
And then, Brom, roll a perception check for me.
Perception. This is going to be abysmal. Just, that's cocked. 12 perception. 14.
14. You look up at that ridge to see who shot a crossbow bolt at you, and you see about 8 more of these kind of ragged-looking elves with kind of old bows, and they're all preparing to fire. But it looks like the Ettins are in the way currently, and they're having a difficult time getting a bead on you. So, Scott, do you want to just put 8 archers up on that ridge, please?
I was born for this moment.
This is when we get TPK'd.
Double invisible polymorph dragon's breath on somebody.
Yeah.
Well, they won't be elves, but they'll still be archers.
Don't we have elf archers?
Not yet.
Oh no, that's right. He didn't make elf archers yet.
Printed them yet.
That's fine. And they can be like groups
Use your
of 2. If you just want to
imagination.
put 4 in there.
Pew.
So I'm okay with that. And then put a wizard behind him. Would you? Because you do also see an elven mage that appears to be kind of he's surrounded in kind of this spectral armor, kind of that usual mage armor, but his looks like leaf green, kind of these green leaves that are kind of attached and kind of to each other. And then out from the farthest depths of the cave, you hear "What's going on out there?" kind of reverberate throughout the entire cave in Elvish. So those of you who speak Elvish understand that.
I don't think I do.
And then it's back up to the top of the round with. Oh wait, no, I didn't.
Bottom of the round.
Yeah, bottom of the round with.
Was like,
Akio.
you need to build something.
I'm going to go. Oh shit! And then cast mage armor on myself. And I will move. I'm gonna get a little bit closer, but I'm gonna kind of hide right on that corner. Just be like, oh my gosh.
So at this point, you'll be able to see the that cultist that they're fighting, and maybe part of the one end.
Okay, maybe I'll move just a little bit out then, just so I can get a
So
better
you probably
read
think
on
it's
it.
a big.
If
like,
you're here,
ogre?
you'll be able to see a little bit more.
Okay, yeah, I'll go right there then. Like enough.
Yeah, you
up
only
against
see
the
one head at a
wall.
time, so you're just like an ogre.
Like, oh crap. I've heard lots of things, so it's way worse in my head probably.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, Tavish,
And that's
it is your turn. That's good on archers. I just need like 4 and weapons too.
Yeah, I was just seeing if I had anything better than that. Than the one Knoll archer. I'm still just gonna focus on I see these guys. I can't really see around the corner. I just hear a lot of commotion, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep focusing and try to pick these guys off here.
Okay.
Can I shoot this one without attacking my friends? I think that's okay in DD, right?
It depends.
Friendly fire!
It's kind of a cluster in there right now, so you're gonna have disadvantage.
I'm not gonna do that. Then
Okay.
I'll realize that
Normally in a situation like that, I don't mind, but this is supposed to be like
Okay. So in that case, bonus to move
Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's
there.
Mark over to that guy. And 30.
30 will hit. Yep.
I don't believe we moved him so that.
I think it's a D6.
Pep talk. Do it, make it do it. Like how Braun just ends up in the center of everything. Once again. 18 damage?
18 damage.
Do that freaking dagger.
Dang it.
Yeah, you take him out.
Okay.
Yeah, like he's full on ready, and you just bam right through the head. Blast him.
And then I'm just gonna shift a little to the left, and I think I can hit
To the right, you mean?
Well,
You're right.
to the left.
Oh, you'll probably have to move a little bit to the right in order to see those ones, just because that corner is kind of out.
Okay, I will just move up to like right there.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna just attack yellow.
Alrighty.
Wait, can you move? Did you move your hunter's mark?
I
Oh.
need another bonus action for it.
Gotcha.
28.
28 will hit. And roll damage.
19.
That's enough to take him out as well. So Tavish just comes in and takes out 2 of them.
Oh yes, he's very nice.
You keep track of your ammo,
Yep.
by the way?
Okay, I got 2 shots left.
All right.
I have 3 load.
Alright, Brahm. Alright, what would you like to do? Unless there's anything else you wanted to do, any more movement or
No.
Okay. So Brahm is up and Thornock is on deck. Although I'm pretty sure I know what Thornock's gonna do.
You want me to debase these or leave them?
Debase.
I'm going to cast polymorph on myself.
Oh jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
More big characters in a small space.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go T-Rex.
Oh, that's downstairs.
Wait, hold on.
You want,
I might
the one you
go-
painted, or do you want the one that I printed for you last time?
Either one. I was actually might have gone Inquisitor. Just give me a second to make sure.
Haven't printed that one yet.
Nope. Let's just go with the T-Rex.
Although Ankylosaurus would be pretty cool.
That's what I was kind of
Because
thinking.
it's heavily armored, right?
It's 15 natural armor.
Yeah.
It's like 15 or 16. Yeah.
How much is a T-Rex?
T-Rex is
14?
It was either 12 or 14. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Let me see. T-Rex. 13.
13? Yeah. I mean, you can't go.
But
you can't go
it's just a lot of
Don't let the fact that we don't have a figure for it.
Yeah.
We'll use T-Rex, but I'll be an ankylosaur. Holy freaking huge.
So
Yes,
so
it is huge. It's literally huge.
You do go Ankylosaurus, but we're going to use the T-Rex to represent it.
Ankylosaurus, yes.
I haven't got the Ankylosaurus one yet.
No worries.
Grom just like shifts and grows, and you grow kind of this hardened carapace, the spiked tail.
And all you hear is as I'm doing is into this like little turtle form. And then I'm going to use my tail attack on one target, which is going to be the purple dude.
Which purple dude?
Green?
The green. Sorry, green.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to hit green, and or I'm gonna,
You can put it away if you want.
I roped it.
We've got everything else out that we need. I think the only one. Let's just keep one of these items.
It's only 11.
Only an 11?
Yeah.
That will not hit.
Okay. So I swing, and then I'm going to.
Like I was really hoping that would work.
Yeah, I'm gonna brace myself for death, and yeah, I'm just gonna try and become the meat shield for.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and block these dudes from getting around.
Defensive action, huh?
So yeah, I'm thinking of sort of taking a defensive action. So yes, that's it, and I can't cast a spell when I'm in this form, so I can't do Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
So yep, we're good.
All right. If you would like, I will let you do Bardic Inspiration before you transform, as you're transforming.
Okay. I would be giving it to either Lunera or Thornock, either one. Who wants it? Flip a coin.
Your decision.
Lunera it is.
Okay.
Alright.
You get the Bardic Inspiration and...
Which is basically like, Lunera, help me!
Yeah. Lunera, I need your help, bro!
Okay.
Moments before he becomes another type of dinosaur.
Which is an extra D10.
What is your Bardic Inspiration right now?
Is a D10, I believe. Let me just double check.
Nice.
Thornock, it is your turn with enemies on deck.
In this section, Bardic Inspiration is a D10, yes.
And that's 2 attack rolls, right?
Attack rolls are an ability check.
Yep. Or saving throws.
Okay.
First off, I would like to rip.
I think definitely now is a good time in case you get stabbed.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die saving us.
And then I have a technical question.
Okay.
If I use the spear that we got from the one that has the
lightning spear?
not the lightning spear, the one I
daylight.
got
Oh, the
way
daylight.
back when that has the dragon's cleave.
Okay.
If I were to use the daylight spell, would it cause a blind effect on anyone?
You would cause everybody to make a wisdom saving throw in order to avoid being blinded. Everybody within the very bright range of its effect.
Which would be me.
Yeah, which would include Lunera and Braum as well. How far is the effect? The brightness?
I don't know.
Is it what spell is it again?
It's a
The daylight.
It's a daylight spell.
Daylight spell is on page 230. 230. I need about 230.
Baby.
Lost it. 60-foot radius, so everybody within 60 feet of you that can see you would have to make a wisdom saving throw. Everybody beyond 60 feet to up to 120 feet will have to make it with advantage.
So, technically, everybody.
Yep.
Everybody.
Because we can all see it.
Can I just close my eyes?
if you're wise enough.
You could risk me taking an attack, though.
Swinging blindly.
So if Thornock wishes to give up his bonus action to rage, he can warn his allies and give them advantage.
Nope. I mean,
Yeah.
He starts to say a warning and then he goes.
So are you gonna?
I'm gonna rage.
Okay, you're raging.
And then I'm gonna attack the cultist with the blue square.
Okay.
The blue one is right here, yes?
Yes. The light blue.
Yes. Light blue.
You bring the axe of the lumberman around.
Total of
Cut out there.
total of
20. It cut off again.
a total of 20.
20.
Okay, that'll hit.
Got it.
Go ahead and roll damage. Yeah, you're cutting out a lot tonight, so maybe hold down that button a bit more.
Okay, will do.
Okay. Appreciate it. So after the enemies, by the way, it'll be your turn.
I know. I rolled it there.
Oh, you did. Nice.
That way I know.
Okay, you run the rush. That's not running. There you go.
First attack is 19 total damage.
Okay, so you bring the axe around behind you and just crack the neck of this cultist and kill him.
And then I'm going to attack the purple giant.
Okay.
Bigotin.
Bigotin.
Huge fish.
For 21.
That'll hit. What's the damage?
One drop of water.
Another drop of water.
Stop dropping water, please.
Total of 18.
18.
Wow.
Okay.
Good job.
And you just bring, so you swing the axe back, crack that guy's, and then you just bring it overhead and smash it right into the kneecap of this Eden. And he just lets out a roar as you kind of hear that crack in there.
Sorry, Scott. Apologize to Scott.
Oh, sorry. Anytime I talk about kneecapping. Alrighty. Next up is the last. Oh no, there's still 2 cultists alive. Nice. So the blue cultist is going to move up to Thornock.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep.
He's going to move up there, and he will have advantage on his attacks because he does have an ally adjacent to you. Terrible rolls, man. The first one's a 9 to hit, so that's going to miss. And the second one is a critical hit.
Oh.
So that means we're going to miss, and then we're going to...
Normal damage.
Actually, I need one more d6, please. Because he gets his basic sneak attack stuff with this, too.
Oh, snap, he's a rogue!
Well, sort of. He's a pseudo-rogue.
Pseudo-rogue.
Sudoroga.
He's a pseudo-roga. Nani?
21 slashing damage.
So that's doubled crit.
Yeah, that's after the crit is already applied, so you just have to have it. So 10 damage for you.
Alright, so 11.
Or yeah, no, we usually round down, so 10. Okay. And then the other claw is just going to try and attack the Ankylosaurus a couple times.
It has chosen.
It has chosen.
The first attack misses, and the second attack is a 16 to hit.
A 16 to hit on my 15 natural armor does hit.
Okay, so he's going to do 15 slashing damage to you.
Okay.
And then I need you to make a constitution or a concentration check.
15 damage.
Which is 10 is the DC.
14 is what I
Okay,
rolled.
so you are good. You're still Ankleo.
Perfect.
Lunera, it is your turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and attack the cultist that just came out of nowhere.
Okay.
That's what we're calling that hallway.
No.
Nowhere. Over there.
For 17 to attack.
17 hits.
For 10 damage.
Okay. He's still up.
Okay. Second attack. Oh! Crit fail.
Crit fail. Okay. So the second attack just whiffs, and the third.
Alright.
Whiff.
And third. 14.
14 will hit.
For 8 damage.
Okay. So your first attack hits him in the knee, and he kind of collapses. Your second attack goes overhead because you weren't expecting the collapse, and then you just quickly correct and bring it down on his head and kill him.
Oh, good.
Nice.
The next up, Tavish, you're standing there. You're watching all this happen. You just finished your shots, and you hear Ari shout, "Look out!" And you look up in time to see another cultist drop from the ceiling with like a dagger in his hand, and Ari literally flies up and like kicks him against the wall. So this guy is going to he's going to end up landing here, and Ari in between, and they're going to be engaged in combat.
Okay.
She's got the highest passive perception out of all of you.
So, what is it?
I think she's got like a 21 passive perception.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Pretty high.
You're at 17.
Yeah, this guy rolled pretty good on his stealth, but not better than a 21. That's for sure. Alright, so there's then we've got that last guard is going to full on run at this point, and he's just gonna run away around the corner of the ledge.
This one?
No,
This guy.
Yep, that guy. He's just gonna run around the ledge.
Around here.
Yep, terrified. Would you like to make an attack of opportunity against him?
I want to look at him,
Okay.
but not attack him. I want him to know that I withheld my action.
As like you're kind of getting pummeled from all sides. You're
I'm
just
looking
like,
at him,
staring
and I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
Like, you stay over there. I'm talking to you afterwards. If you're alive.
There's more clanking down the tunnel. That's that. And then the mage.
This one?
Yep, the mage is going to say, "Fire at the dinosaurs, you fools!" And
What's a dinosaur?
and then he's going to bring his hands back, and he's going to cast a firebolt out at you. So
You turn and run.
get out of here!
Is there stampede damage?
It's still wrecking.
I'm gonna wreck it.
You guys ever seen that metal?
Yeah. Is that the,
haven't?
you should watch
Okay.
it. Is that,
We have to have you watch it.
It's so funny. That's the cartoon, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's only a 12 to hit you, though, so it just kind of splashes against your armor and doesn't actually do much.
You think it's a good idea, Aquaman? I don't know. Oh, it's still wrecking.
Yeah, we're showing you that.
It's funny.
You at home, you can go watch it now. Don't go watch it later.
No, watch the stream.
Yeah, watch the stream. Alright, and then it is the Ettin's turn. So the orange Ettin is going to move around. He's going to basically dance around the Ankylosaurus to get on the other side of it.
Literally dance like he's a bad.
He's the bard.
He's the
He's got the war
ballerina.
drum. Dun, 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 dun.
So this one right here?
Yep,
Like
and
right
then so that red can move up.
I feel very inspired.
They basically,
there? Surround him.
yep, they basically surround him and start pounding into him. But first we'll do purple, who will attack Thornock.
You are surrounded.
The first attack is a 21 to hit,
Yeah.
and that's going to be 16 cut in half, 8 slashing damage as he brings his battle axe down on you. And the second attack is also a 21 to hit
Tink.
for 15 piercing damage, so 7 after the halving. As he basically just brings bolt down and just starts smashing you. And now let's do a pair of attacks from Orange.
Good luck.
They are both 10s, so they both miss.
Just wait to use that guy for a little while.
Is this me still?
Nope, we're done with attacks for you.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun to paint.
Now we're on dinosaur.
So the battle axe attack will hit for a total of
Dino Brom.
10 slashing damage
10 slashing.
and another constitution. Or another concentration.
Concentration.
Same constitution.
13, 14, 14.
14? Okay. 10 was the DC there, too. And then the other one is going to be even higher, so that one is going to be 9 piercing damage.
9 piercing damage.
And then we'll need another
Oh, that's almost good. That's 7, 8.
8. Alright, so that one manages to shrink you back down. Do you want a picture with
I was
the
going to say,
dino?
put the dino back in.
Ding, diggy, ding, diggy, ding, diggy, ding, ding.
Okay.
Ding, ding. Wow, wow.
And then the female Etten is going to something like stumble forward to something you're not there, so she's going to have disadvantage on these attacks.
Okay.
against you.
She's also that's gonna move her closer to him technically.
Almost
Yeah.
step on you, bro.
So the first one is a 13 to hit,
Does not hit.
and the second one is... Oh, she corrects just fine with that one. 22 to hit.
I would like to reduce her damage
Okay.
by 7.
So you take 7.
7 total damage.
Yep. As her morning star smashes into your armor and kind of dents it in a little bit.
And she comes down like, well, you're quite beautiful, but tried to flatter, but it
One of the heads says thank you, and the other one says shut up, shut up. And then it is the archers who suddenly don't have a target anymore again. So they are about to like fire, but they hold off again, and they're like, we can't see past the ends. So yeah, that's that, and then okay, Akio.
Alright. I'm going to move 5, 10, 15.
Save the
right
day.
there. I'm going to cast a fireball. I'm going to go up and over.
Okay.
You should be like, oop, alley-oop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Toss it right
Wrong
there.
catch. Like I just see him like holding it in his hands, and it just like explodes, but doesn't hurt him.
So it should get everybody right here.
Okay, perfect. So
I'm going to cast it at the 4th level.
So it probably won't hit the archers because they're up on
Right,
range.
they're a little too far away.
Yeah. But it
And,
will hit the
and with an up,
ends.
so.
It hit the ends and hit the cultists.
So they need to make a dex of 16.
Dex of 16. So Ettins. I'm going to roll 4 Ettins at once, and they are all going to fail. Yeah. And then they are bad at dex. And then the cultist is actually going to make his save.
Alright, total of 30
Bad at
damage.
dex.
Are you gonna go
Permits to
Bushido
go.
blade on him again? Or is this a fireball?
This is a fireball.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. My
Just
doggo,
wondering.
he's just chilling.
He's
I
chilling.
know where my doggo is somewhere. Sheppy!
He's probably up late.
We need moral support. Get in
Perfect.
here.
And then
Get in there!
half of
Don't
that
count.
for the other one actually will kill him still. So.
Cultist.
Yes. Yep.
You did.
And then I will use the remaining 10 feet and just go right there.
And it kind of does light up this cave, and you see these stalactites, and you kind of see the full scope of the cave, and the archers have to kind of shield their eyes a little bit to prevent from being blinded. The Ettins don't seem to have that too bad of difficulty. But
Surprising
that,
for cave dwellers.
yeah, they actually, because they have 2 heads, they have advantage on perception checks and saving throws.
One can
Nice.
close their eyes while the other one.
Yeah.
It's basically, yeah, it's like wearing an eye patch, right?
Yeah.
Switch
Switch that.
heads!
They just do this and switch back and forth.
All right, Tavish, it is your turn. Really makes it easy that pretty much all the Ettins are at the same kind of health level when you do that fireball, because I'm just like, okay, I can just reduce all their health by 30. I know, right?
No bath involved here. Perfect.
On something. You do hear the mage call out and say, "Spellcaster!" Just kind of like letting out a warning. So far, they did see like a polymorph, which is fine, but druids could do that too.
fireball is pretty uniquely wizard.
Yeah.
You're withered.
Withered Harry.
Bring out your dad.
You will be in a minute, go.
I feel happy.
It's your turn.
My turn?
Yep.
I kind of look over my shoulder and say, "Alright, you got this?"
And she gives you like a brief thumbs up as she delivers another like kick to the guy's ankle and makes him back off.
So I'm gonna go ahead and move forward then.
Who punches a hand?
And
Honestly, who
I am
throws a
going
shoe?
to take my last 2 bullets and attempt to shoot that. And he's got 2 targets on top of his body. Or, well, bonus action to put the
Re-hunters mark up.
first one, nat 20.
Okay, alrighty.
Nice.
Which means you're rolling what, 40-10 plus your hunter's mark doubled?
It's a double my hunter's mark too.
It doubles all dice.
You want
Double
another?
headshot.
I got it all. Let's see here.
I didn't know if you needed one. You can. That's right.
34.
Yeah.
34 damage, yep.
Yeah, that's enough to basically rip right through his chest, and he falls forward, and hit the hole in his chest is basically just around Thornock as it falls. Gross. Yeah. You guys can see him at the other end, like
And then
he's standing there.
I'm just basically like, he shoots, he falls over, and I just fire again in the same direction. So,
If
Aiming
Thornock's
for,
inside, is he
melee.
doing the Drax except he's not actually stabbing because his thing won't actually cut? He's like,
20.
20 will hit.
Swinging wildly.
And that's 16.
16 damage. Alrighty.
His height is as thick as it is on the inside.
Oh, I know that. Anything else you like?
No,
You managed to do some pretty quick kills tonight. That's impressive.
turn.
Brom, it is
Finally,
your
it's
turn.
what I'm supposed
Alright.
to do.
with Brahm's turn, he's going to cast Synaptic Static. I'm going to everyone in a 20-foot range of my centralized location.
Okay.
So every
Basically, the
All
ends.
the atoms. Yeah.
and,
They need to
and
make-
us. These guys right here.
20-foot location.
So I'm going to do it from
So
here.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay, if it's 20, then I'm going to do it a little bit over here.
So you'll be able to hit only Thornock if you move 1 square to the right.
Okay. Can I move it further that way?
So is it-
If you want to squeeze between these 2 ends, you can, but you'll take an attack of opportunity.
Okay. I'll just do it right there. Sorry, Thornock.
And Lunera.
And
It's fine.
Or if you want to shift over to the right one,
it's
you can.
it's one I can cast. I can
you can
decide
direct it?
location.
Oh, you can decide
said
the location.
central location.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Like around my
Yeah,
location.
no, then you can definitely cast it.
So I'm gonna cast it like over here. I'm
Yeah.
gonna avoid trying to get him, but I want to try and get these guys, and I do to keep throwing
Okay.
fireballs.
So you're gonna have to put it like here, basically,
To get
Do you want
to get these without hitting these or Thornock.
Okay.
Are you trying for the
Just
archers?
I'm gonna try for just the ends.
Just the ends.
I'm gonna try for just the ends because I'm gonna try and get those dudes to back off, but whatever.
Okay.
And they need to make a intelligence saving throw of 16.
Intelligence of 16.
Creature with an intelligence score of 2 or lower cannot be affected by this spell.
Okay, so the ends fail.
If you're really
Fail.
dumb, it doesn't hurt
Fail. They are worse at intelligence than they are at sticks. So they all failed. I
Okay.
literally rolled 2 2s, so 0, and a 7, so 5.
Wow.
7, 8. All right. Out of the way. So that's 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 21, 22, 23, 24 damage. It's 24 damage, and it basically will be like, get ready, I'm gonna blow your minds. And it's just like purpley blue, fancy smoke plops out in the area. After they failed safe, they have muddled thoughts for 1 minute. During that time, they roll a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all of its attack rolls and ability checks, as well as its Constitution saving throws to maintain concentration.
Alright, nice.
So if the target can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of its turn, the effect ends on a success. First Constitution, so
Okay.
just as a note.
So Constitution saving throw to say that at the end of their turn.
Yes.
Got it.
And then Brom's gonna die. I am going to put my faith in my friends and be like, somebody help me, I'm going to die. I'm going to give Thornock Bardic Inspiration. I have one more left.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
Alright. Next up is Thornock.
Okay, so I'm gonna rush in between. I'm gonna attack the armored one.
The female.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one is female?
Do it.
17 to
17 will hit.
Bring them down.
uh, 17 damage.
Okay, so basically, Akio has brought these, or not Akio, Brahm has brought these guys, this Etten to her knees, and she's like coughing and trying to like clear her vision, and you just come up and you just wham, wham, right in each side of the temple, and it just collapses. So that one's gone.
Good work.
So that's one.
Yep.
1 of 3.
One
Orange,
down, 2 to go.
orange and red Etten
Yeah,
still
so
live.
I'm gonna move to the next one. I'm gonna move the yellow first.
And that over. Okay, go ahead and move to orange, or actually red. Someone, thank you.
Yeah, whatever one. And that's a 16 plus 11, so 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I like that. That's cool. Let's see if we do it. Which kid is?
For 16 damage.
16.
Can I add Bardic Inspiration for damage?
Nope.
Nope, just
Only
for
for
rolls.
attack.
Attack rolls, yeah. Or
Okay.
ability checks.
Okay, so that one is still up.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Bonus action,
Some very good work.
action surge.
Ah.
I'm going to use my normal inspiration that I got last time, so I rolled a 3
Okay.
for a natural 20.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then you hear in the background, let the Ettens hit the floor. Because we have just like this pile
So
of corpses.
total 23 damage.
Okay, so that
Okay.
yeah, so you kind of like climb up onto this end, you pull up with the first hit, you just smash into his stomach and then bring the head down enough and you just kind of crack him between the two heads again and bring him down. And as soon as he falls, the archers go, fire! And so we're going to interrupt your second attack here with 8 attacks from archers at you.
Ouch. Oh, yeah.
Somebody want to look me up what a longbow does?
Longbow, yes, I have it right here.
Shoots arrows. Is that all?
Longbow's
Long
1d8
long
plus the
distances.
proficiency modifier.
1d8 plus proficiency.
Yep, which would
So
be...
the highest of them is a 12, and one of them, one of the bows, the string snaps, and the guy has to like re-string it. So we got a 1.
None of them hit.
Okay, and then sorry, that was the first 4 attacks.
Oh.
Then we've got a 6 that doesn't hit, an 8 that doesn't hit, an 18, and a 19.
Yep.
So 2 of them hit.
Okay,
and
so I got hit by
what was the damage again?
25% of the arrows.
Damn it.
Or
Oh, I'm sorry.
1d8
That's 1d8. I was like, what? I got hit? What?
Proficiency.
1d8 plus 2. Or their proficiency.
So you're just going to take one of the arrows was literally 1 damage, which is no damage for you. It just kind of like grazes your shoulder, and the other one was 2 damage, so you take 1 piercing damage.
I thought he was going to pull a Boromir.
Yeah.
And the hobbits in the back like,
And basically like 8 arrows come streaking down and just like just slam.
They
into
were
the
caught off
ground.
guard from the Etten. They just
Yeah, yeah, they weren't aiming at anything. They were just preparing a volley. But it's still your turn. You still have one attack left. Would you like to attack that final enemy?
Of course I would.
Take his axe, look at him. You're next.
Yeah.
Some bravado.
Fancy, what are you doing?
Are you not entertained?
5 to hit.
25 will hit. Somebody want to move Thornock up one more to the end.
So the ledge they're on is, how high is it?
40 feet up.
40 feet up
This?
from where we're at?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they're shooting down.
Yeah.
Going down.
21 damage.
21. Alrighty. Well, he's still alive. Lunaria, it's your turn.
Damn it.
So yeah, I'll definitely run up to him if I can.
Yeah,
30
you
feet.
should be able to move that far.
Thank you.
15. Yeah, you get it
Alright.
easily.
You could slide through his legs if you wanted to. Yeah. Do the whole Legolas hit all of a sudden as you're passing by.
I
Yeah.
might do that. Alright, and
Plus his
here we
ankles.
go with the first attack
Get it.
for 21
That'll hit.
It doesn't get it if it's nothing at all.
for max damage of 13.
Well, that kills him.
Yeah!
So you go sliding through, you smash both kneecaps, and bring him down, and you just, as you come up, you just kind of like spin around and bring your mace across the back.
Both heads.
Both heads, yeah.
Breaking the legs.
So his knees pop backward,
Yeah.
and he crumbles forward.
Okay.
That hurts my knees.
It burns. It burns.
Yep.
Is he the
That's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Did I send you that video of the guy doing the squats on the leg machine? He puts it up and then it hyperextends
And then-
oh my gosh, it's so cringy.
I don't want to see it.
Oh, it's so
And
bad.
then I will do a bonus action and
Those make me
that was my
physically
first
ill.
attack.
Seriously,
I've had enough injuries.
I'm just gonna
I've
do
done
my
enough dislocations and stuff that anytime I see something
searing smite.
Seriously.
Okay. So if anybody else gets within range,
Right.
you can.
I've been around a lot of ACL injuries, and so
Okay.
it always makes me cringe.
We'll call it there just because there aren't really any other figures that you can attack.
Sucks.
One second.
We'll call it there for you, just because there
Okay,
aren't any
yeah.
other figures that you can attack. So the mage is going to bring his hands together and kind of, again, it's this kind of green energy rather than the normal, but he kind of rolls it around and then fires off a fireball right at Rom, Thornock, and Lunera.
If I do a reduction in damage for my last bardic,
Yeah.
whatever,
You're cutting words.
my cutting words,
Yeah.
50, and be like, I spared your friend! For 5, just reduce by 5.
Reduced by 5. Okay, so everybody. Actually, he can hit everybody with this.
If he
Yeah.
places it right, yeah.
Yeah, I can be that guy. Yeah, so everybody roll me a dex saving throw. You are going to need to do specific.
Just raw dex or
Well, it's a dex saving throw, so you add your dex saving throw proficiency.
Yes.
And it's going to be a 14 that you need.
Natural 20.
14, just barely.
27. Here, take some of mine. I have dexterity to
And
spare.
this is, what's a 5th level fireball?
96.
Higher than a 4th one.
So did anybody fail? No.
I didn't.
Half damage.
We're all half.
So it'll be half damage. You take a quarter damage because you're resistant to fire already.
Oh, I have a mantle of spell resistance.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that gives me. Let me tell you. Advantage on saving throws. Oh, I already. Never mind.
Yeah.
I already succeeded. I thought it would be like damage or something. Huh.
Do our garlands do anything?
No, they got you in here.
That's why the animals were ignoring us.
Our wards.
So after everything is said and done, the total is 22. So everybody who took half damage takes 11. Everybody takes quarter damage takes 5 fire damage. As he basically just launches off this gigantic spell of green flame, and it just engulfs all of you, and you all kind of just like come out of it, and you're like, everybody good? You know?
I was born in fire. You merely adopted it.
You merely adopted.
And then the mage goes, oh shit.
Adventurers.
The archers are going to fire again.
Uh-oh.
This time we're gonna do 2 on Thornock. The lowest or the highest of which is a 14.
They don't hit.
2 on Braum. The highest of which is a 14.
Nope, don't hit.
2 on Lunera. The highest of which is a crit.
Damn it.
We're like, did you say don't hit?
Like 3 piercing damage.
So -3.
Yep.
So 0.
Yeah, it just kind of this like he's like perfectly lined up right to the heart. Ting.
Or is it chainmail that you wear?
Plate.
Plate.
It like sticks in between the plates, but doesn't. You're just like, oh,
And you like flex and snap it off just in between the plates. And then 2 on Akio. Oh shit. The highest of which is a 16.
Yeah. That
Okay. And then the other one's a 5. So.
okay.
So you take 3 damage. 3 piercing damage. Ooh. Again, these archers look like they're in ragged clothes and they look like they're being directed.
Okay.
And then coming around the tunnel again, you hear this clank, 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 and a single like elvish knight runs out and like comes to a screeching halt, and he's just like, "That's a lot of dead Edens."
There's a big pile of bodies everywhere.
But he's still going to charge at what he perceives as the biggest martial threat, which is the giant barbarian roaring at the archers.
You're welcome, team.
So I've got one is a miss and the other one is a 19 to hit you.
So yeah, that'll hit.
And then you're going to take 6, so 3 slashing damage. Literally took him that long to get here, so. Wonderful. Akio.
The Monty Python.
All right.
Turn. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Every time it
cast
cuts back, he's at the same
Further
position.
away.
Dimension door and move up to 500 feet, and I'm gonna come right behind this
Actually,
mage.
I'm going to stop you.
Okay.
You hit the dimension door, and the wizard goes, "Nope!" and counter spells. Yep.
Okay.
Because he knows what you're doing.
Well, in that case, I don't have an action.
The door slams, you just open and keep trying it.
I'll just, as a bonus action, flip him off.
That's free action.
Psychic damage.
And I can't do anything now. That's it.
Yeah,
Can you do any buff or
Can
anything?
you lightning?
I don't have any bonus. Like, all cantrips are full actions as a wizard.
Yeah, I think
There might be
are a
one-
few wizard spells that are bonus actions,
But I don't think they're attacks. or
Yeah, they're not
anything.
attacks. They're
Yeah.
definitely just like
No lightning
utility.
bolt or
Yeah.
no. That's an action. So yep. Which is why counterspell is such a good wizard spell because it literally like locks down any mage that tries it. Tavish, we'll go back up to the top of the round with you.
I can see right to him.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use my bonus action to reload. So
Okay.
we'll put 6 more shots in. And then I'm going to fire at the wizard. The wizard.
Weird.
Didn't die, we did.
19.
19 will hit, even with the mage armor. Actually, wait. Nope. He does use his shield. Oh no, he already used his reaction, so he can't use his shield. It wouldn't have affected it anyway, but he would have tried.
Okay. 19 damage.
19 damage. All right. He grunts as it slams into.
I mean, it's going to be rapid fire, like boom, boom,
Okay.
two in a row. Exact same.
Okay.
So 19 as well. And then damage for that one. The exact same again. 19. Yeah. I rolled
Nice.
7, 7, 7, and then 7, 7 as well.
He is still alive. Yeah. But absolutely barely.
Still alive.
Yeah. So I just like line up.
If only
Boom,
you
boom.
Oh, you had to use your bonus action to reload. Yeah.
That is literally the first time that I've ever had to use a bonus action to reload.
Nice.
Every other time I get like 6 shots and then I do some other spells and then the fight's over.
Yeah. Alrighty, Brahm, it is your turn.
Alright. is speaking of free action, not in the sense of
See,
like
it's
convincing, just saying something out.
Yeah.
Just fight
Bring me
wizards,
Neronvain!
right?
And then I'm going to say,
They don't.
I'm going to, I'm going to
Voldemort can't block it
do
when he can't. It hits him before the sound hits him.
I'm going to do a Chaos Bolt at the 3rd level.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw it up to the... Yeah, I'm going to try and hit the mage.
Do you take an attack of opportunity since it's arranged with the guy a melee next to you?
It is, I believe.
I think it's only if you're attacking the person next to you, you get disadvantage.
I don't know.
With the range attack.
It just says 120 feet, and I make it's a attack that I roll. So attack. I think it is at disadvantage because he is within melee range, right? For
Yes,
range stuff.
that is correct.
Can you use a movement action to disengage?
No, you have to use an action to use the disengage action.
Yeah.
So could I?
If you want
Can
to
I-
move
can
and
I
take an
step?
attack of opportunity,
I'm
you
gonna
can.
step to the side, take attack of opportunity, and cast. And
That'll be a 21 to hit.
21 definitely hits.
So he comes down and he deals 11 slash.
Unconscious.
Seriously. The chaos. Chaos. Actually, I'm gonna heal.
That was the chaos part of the chaos part. Did you pass out?
I'm going to use instead of the my action to heal using the staff. Which person is at the top right now? To Gideon, Bearman,
Who's the Raven? We haven't done that in a while.
Raven. Okay. And so
Parnagast.
Parnagast, I'm gonna be like, Parnagast, you have not let us down in the past. I need you to heal me and my friends. And I'm gonna cast the
As a bard, rhyming comes very easily to Rob. Parnagast, you
What's the range on it from the point of origin?
I didn't even realize what it is I'm sorry, I'm like totally
30
tripping over myself.
foot range, I
It is a 30-foot range.
It's a sphere.
Mass Cure Wounds, 30-foot sphere.
Yeah.
Put it on where my beat is.
Where the beat is, and I'm going to get
that hits them
everybody
all.
in ours. And that will be 3d8 plus 4. I'll roll those in the meantime, and you can go on. That's my turn.
Hey, Thornock, it is your turn.
So I'm going to attack the. I'm going to take an attack of opportunity because I'm going to use my magic boots as a bonus action, and I'm going to run straight at the wizard and the archers.
So they're 40 feet up. Does your boots let you?
Yeah,
fly or
they're
whatever?
boots of flying, yeah.
Eight.
So here's the
Matt,
attack of
boots, Matt
opportunity.
hops.
18 hit points for everybody healing.
Yep, so everybody gets 18 hit points, and then he
Yay.
does hit you, Thornock, so you are going to take 5 slashing damage. So
That's fine.
your boots of flying, they give you flying for how long?
1 hour a day.
1 hour a day?
So you're gonna basically go over them and come land like right next to him here or here.
Make sure I'm on my speech.
Can I land between the wizard and the archers?
No,
There's no
yeah.
space.
So you can go here, or on the other side, or behind the wizard.
Either. Put me on either side of them.
Okay.
He just like kicks one off, and then uses a bonus action.
Seriously.
Kicks the next one off. Takes an action surge. Kicks the next one off.
Hey!
He just runs by.
Okay, so go ahead and make your attacks.
What's the bardic inspiration roll?
That's
I'm gonna use
D10.
it.
D10 to any of your ability checks. Or saving throws.
Hold on, I have to find a D. So a total of 20.
Total, it cut
That
off
will
the
hit.
end.
Yeah, 20.
Fine, okay.
20 will hit.
Demolish.
He's lost in the cave.
19 damage.
Yep, he was at 2. So he's kind of like got these big holes in his armor, and you just come in and boom, crack him on the head, and he falls unconscious.
Cool. Next attack, I want to try to push one of these dudes off of the...
Okay, go ahead and make me a strength check as opposed to their dexterity save.
So when he hits them, do they go unconscious or do they die?
He does
natural
not
20.
make damage, so it would have been
They're just
unconscious.
unconscious.
Yeah, so you actually, because they're kind of grouped up in 2s, you bring your axe sideways and you just push 2, and they fall 40 feet to the ground, and both of them, you just hear these cracks as they basically break their bodies against the stalagmites. Yeah, stalagmites.
Yeah.
They get speared, impaled.
Yep, so 2 of them gone. Good job. Lunira, it's your turn now.
Well, I'm not entirely sure what to
There is
do.
a menacing-looking knight with a greatsword.
That is true. My apologies. So I will go ahead and rush up to him.
Scott, move Lunira.
Or...
Where?
To the... Yeah.
Yep, Dick and Dick.
And I'm gonna go ahead... Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my first attack. 10 plus 19.
19 will hit.
Okay, and I've got my Searing Smite.
Okay.
So then,
Which I probably don't need.
here we go. 15 plus, sorry, 20 damage.
20 damage. Okay. And is searing the one that makes him burning, or
Searing is the one.
by the way, enemies are on deck, so.
Scott the mage is going to.
Mage is dead?
Going right to the left.
Okay, at
2
the
points
start of
damage.
each of its turn until the spell ends, the target must make a Constitution saving throw. So, flares white hot with intensity, and the attack deals an extra. Causes the target to ignite and flame. So he's on fire. Yeah.
Okay, so read on after your
sorry.
attacks, because there's a specific amount of damage that should do at the start of each of his turns.
On a yeah, so at the start of each of its turns until the spell ends, the target must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 1d6 fire damage.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
On the successful one, it puts it out. So.
Yeah.
Yep. Next attack from you. You still have 2 more attacks.
Yes. So I'll go ahead and hit it again. Oh, but I am going to use my bardic inspiration.
Yay! People are actually using bardic inspiration.
I lost a d10.
Or D100.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. 23.
23 will hit.
Dang. 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. And your last attack.
And last attack. Ooh, crit. So it's 19.
All right. Crit.
So then it's 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. All right. Yeah. He definitely looks a lot battered and dented. Like his plate
for wear.
armor is definitely seen better days at this point. Next up is him, and he is going to. First of all.
Do you need to know what the Constitution says?
Yeah.
So he needs to make a Constitution save of 12.
Okay, so he makes it, so he puts out the fire. And then he's going to make 2 attacks against you. The first one, or the highest of which is going to be a 17.
No.
So he tries to come in, and you kind of expertly weave and you kind of let it glance off of your plate mail. You seem to know what you're doing as far as fighting in heavy armor goes. The archers, being stupid that they are going to try and fire at Thornock at close range.
Twang, twang.
There's only going to be 6 attacks against him this time. But 2 sets of them are going to be with disadvantage. So here's the first set. Those are all misses. And then the second set... looks like one of them ended up being a 15. Does that hit?
No.
Okay. And then the last 2 are just going to fire normally because they're not close enough to take disadvantage. But they roll low too, so they just kind of like all turn around and start trying to like fire at you. But they don't seem to be doing anything helpful. Okay.
In the back of Thornock's mind, he thinks it's because he's magic.
Oh yeah.
He's magic.
I must have cast mage armor on myself. I must have counterspelled these arrows.
Or he absorbed, like, he's thinking, killing that mage gave me his power.
Drinking his blood, I have gained his power.
If he wasn't raging, this would be a real conversation he'd be having.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do magic missile at the 3rd level.
Okay.
So 5 darts at this dude.
Oh, you're gonna hit the knight.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What's the damage? It's automatic damage.
That's right.
Magic missile is pretty insane like that.
5 darts.
Pew, pew, pew.
17 damage.
Yeah. So
There's a shit.
Lunera is fending off your attacks, and he comes up. He brings the sword up, and all of a sudden, thump, 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 and he just kind of collapses over as his side is just like burnt from a bunch of missiles these purple missiles that get shot into him. So he's down.
Good shot.
All right, and I'll use the rest of my movement. I'll just go right there.
Okay.
Start advancing.
Tavish, it is your turn.
Oh,
The knight is down. Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to take out a couple of these archers.
Alrighty.
I'll put one on one of the 2 right here.
Okay.
Since they're 2 at a time, right?
Yeah.
And then just do regular shots. 24.
Okay. Go ahead. What is your proficiency? Or like your bonus? Your plus bonus?
For my hit?
Yeah.
11.
Okay. He's down then. They literally.
No.
Like,
Sorry. For my damage or my hit?
Your damage.
My damage is 5.
Yeah, he's down then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you take one out.
Yeah, and then the next one that's right next to him, basically. And that's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, you take that one out as well. So you take out a group of them.
Okay, cool.
Brahm, it is your turn.
Alright, Brahm is going to call out once again. I said, bring me Neronvain if you don't want me to eviscerate everyone in here, and I'm going to throw my dagger again.
Just in a random direction now.
And then I'm just I'm like doing showboaty, like what? I'm gonna try and hit that guy with my dagger of venom. And
Is that guard still standing
13.
there? Or did he run away?
He ran off. Like he's actually he's in like the corner at this point. Yeah.
That's 20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit.
Okay, and that's going to be 1d4
Dirty
plus 3, and then this one is going to be using the poison. They need to make a DC 15 Constitution save. That's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Yep. So another archer down. So half of that group is down. So just leave him actually.
And I'm going to turn and just do
They're each 2. Yeah.
I'll turn and just do a very deep flourish and be like, I'll be waiting.
Alrighty. So next up is Thornock. Thornock, if you would
so much
like,
trouble with that today.
if you would like to
Is
take,
there 1 or 2 archer?
there's 3 archers left technically. If you would like to take a disadvantage on your attack roll, I will let you attempt to cleave for these last 3. Which for you is more like pushing them off the edge.
I'm going to decline.
Okay.
I want to push 2 of them off.
Okay. Alrighty, go ahead and roll a para strength check, please.
We have no idea what these guys are doing here, and whether or not they're on
Our side or not.
well, they're not on our side, but are they with the cultists?
What
or
was
are they
it,
trying to do something too and just think that we're...
I rolled a 26.
Yeah, so you end up pushing them both off, and yep, your action is basically, again, they just fall down and slam into the ground.
So, with my second action, I would like to bear hug the 3rd archer and walk with my winged boots out into the middle of the...
Okay. I'm going to allow this.
So we can have a talk.
Like over the ledge, like you're... Like, okay.
Okay. So...
Yeah, I want to bear hug him and just walk out into the middle so I'm floating, but he knows he has to hold on.
So you've got him dangling over the edge. The rest of the enemies have pretty much been cleared out at this point. There's no sign of Neronvain. And you guys hear this deep chuckling. And you just hear, "That was fun to watch." And all of a sudden, a cloud of poison streams from the ceiling down on that group right there.
Oh, man.
So I need a. Let me pull that up really
I'm
quick.
going to drop the guy in the prop.
Oh yeah, he's dead. Like this cloud of poison is killing him completely.
Oh crap!
Glad I didn't kill him.
Yeah, you got me back to max.
So I need a
Far from max.
Constitution saving throw from Lunera, Brahm, Akio, and Thornock, please.
Oh, I'm using inspiration. I'm not going down like that.
Keep going down.
Oh no.
I did terrible too.
Okay. 3. You need to roll.
22.
22 is fine.
A 3 doesn't succeed,
No.
does it?
7.
7, no.
I see this cloud and I go, I raise my like bandana up. Like, this helps, right?
I'm trying to be like
That's
bravado. Oh, I can take it.
I scramble for the silver ewer and the
That was a lot
goblet.
Must get more. We're gonna die.
Roger, what are you doing?
That's a lot of dice.
Downstairs.
There you go. Yeah, he's like...
Okay, so Thornock, what did you get on your Constitution saving throw?
I got an 18.
An 18. Okay. So that's actually enough to save. So you'll take quarter damage on this. You'll take half damage, and both of you will take full damage. The total damage is 50 poison damage.
Yep, I'm out.
And then 25 for half.
And then for quarter.
Oh my god.
For a quarter, you're not taking a quarter.
No, I know, but for
So 25. So 12 for a quarter damage.
How low are you already?
I was at 43.
Well,
It wasn't massive damage, but
Okay.
Enough to take you down to.
it took me just like 500.
So you.
And
what about the one that Ari's fighting?
oh, that one's dead. Yeah.
Finally.
You
figured it out.
hear the neck crack as this starts, and everybody kind of looks up who's awake, and you all see hanging from the stalactites is this large green dragon that is grinning down at you and says, "Now we can get to the real fun."
Quick, guys, let's take a short rest.
And that's where we're gonna end this week. So we are ending this week in the middle of combat. So I need everybody to remember kind of where they're at.
Let's make a
Take a picture.
I have a picture.
Yep.
I sent a picture of the group.
Well, we're gonna take a picture of the battlefield, obviously, but you need to remember where you're at with health and everything, with your spell slots. Make sure that's all recorded.
Yep, it's all recorded.
Thornock, you need to remember how many rounds you've been raging for at this point. I think it's been 4 rounds. I want to say you've had to reload once, right?
Yeah, I am actually down to 2 ones.
So that's
5 rounds.
It's 3 per reload. So it's been 6 rounds total, and you raged on the second round. So you've gone through 5 rounds of raging. So you got 5 more rounds left before your rage expires because it's a minute, right?
We're all gonna die.
Don't say that.
Well, our healer's gone, so
Yeah. 1 minute.
Okay.
Quick, grab my bag of healing.
So-
Let's get all the potions.
And I know it's kind of sucks to leave off in the middle of combat, but this way we can have a full party next week. So will they survive the evil dragon Choth?
Do we do if I level up and my health goes up a little bit?
Oh, I'm
am I
not giving you
alive?
experience yet. Yep.
No! This isn't like in the middle of combat when you're like, I'm gonna die.
It's not like WoW, where you kill one creature and level up.
Do you have the parapet of wound closure?
It's a one that I have to be attuned to.
Ah, crap.
I have it.
Technically, just so you guys know, a healing potion will revive him.
Yeah,
You just have to
I've
pour
got
it
one
down his
handy.
gullet.
you just gotta stroke his throat like a dog.
Yep.
Swallow.
I've got one handy,
Just
so
grab it from his pack.
my turn
because
should be
I still
coming
have,
up,
like,
and I'll just dip down and give it to you.
I still have so many in
maybe
his
your
pack.
maybe your
That I
undead
bought
thing
a
can.
while
Yeah,
back.
there's so many in the bag of
I
holding.
can't remember how many there. Just grab
But
out.
yeah, so thanks guys for coming tonight. That definitely was a lot of damage.
That was huge.
He better not get his recharge.
Oh, I will point out, by the way, that when you all see the dragon, you actually get that frightful presence, but the garlands start glowing a little bit, and you are all immune to the fright. You automatically succeed on the save against the frightful presence from the dragon, which is a very good thing.
What would happen? I'm stroking his nose, and that's what's making him growl. I'm just going.
Even though he's got a toy in his mouth, that's why. Yeah.
All right.
Well, that was fun.
Well done,
Goodbye,
guys.
everybody.
Well,
Have
thank
a
you.
good night. We'll see you next
We
week.
got, I think it was 6 new followers tonight, so thank you guys.
Wow. That's pretty big.
And
It's all a
It's the
dungeon.
map.
Yeah.
Gotta do the map.
yeah, big thank you to everyone who's participating in Afterlife. We have exceeded our $500. Now we're well on our way to our $1,000 goal. So
Nice.
Nice.
thank you everyone for coming.
Bye.
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 Bye, everyone.
Good night. Bye.